Okay, in this video we'll get started on building the actual app prototype in Adobe XD. But first we have to work with getting our styles into the library. So every Adobe XD project has a library that holds all your typographic styles, all of your colors. So we want to start there by getting the colors and the type onto a board, and then we'll be able to extract those into our document assets library. So I'm on a website here called typescale.com, and in this website I can view fonts and font sizes in different, starting with a base size and then using a scale. So one of the scales is the golden ratio, and you can see that the type sizes here are huge at the start and the scale in between as they go from 177 to 109, etc. So, and then there's a font that you can choose. You can change the font and you can use any Google font you want. Doesn't really matter too much. And then the font weight, 400 would be just like a regular. And then you can choose 900 would be really bold, and this would be really, really, really light. So what I ended up on was a major third size. So I can see my heading size. I'm going to skip this top heading size. I think it's too big. So I'm going to use this for my headings. And then I have this for my subheads. And then maybe this would be like a heading level 1. And then body font size. And then some smaller sizes here for like copyrights and things like that. So that's the typography portion. And now we need to explore colors. So I'll go over to the Adobe website. And one of the primary colors that I picked for this particular app was a blue color. It's a kind of a striking blue color. So, and that is 44BFE1. So I'm just going to copy and paste that here. And then Adobe is going to give me a color palette based on that. And then right now I'm looking at the analogous color palette. You can go to monochromatic, triad, complementary, split complementary, double split, square, compound, and shades. Now I like the shades because it gives me some variety, and I like the monochromatic. So I can save this out as a theme, or I can just copy and paste from the hex values that I have here, which is what I'm going to do. And I need one complementary color for accent colors and things like that. So I might split here between complementary colors and then monochromatic, just to build the color palette. So with that information, I'm going to go into Adobe XD, and I'll go to File, to New, and in the New screen, I'm going to choose the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and that will give me this screen. So you can see there that it gives me this title. I don't have to keep that title. In Adobe XD, if you want to change anything, usually you can double click, so I'm just going to double click here. That will give me a name. I'm just going to call this type and color, and just hit return. Now over here on the right hand side in my inspector, I can see that the size of this is 428 pixels wide by 926 pixels high. And then so now I can start building what I need, all my assets for my document library. So right now my document assets, my colors, character styles, components, everything's blank. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and populate that stuff. So for typography, I'm going to need the type tool. So I'm just going to select the type tool here, and I'm going to click on the artboard, and I'm going to type in headline. And you can see that Adobe XD is doing something with its own colors right now. So, and then I'm going to grab the selection tool, and I'm just going to push this up a little bit. hold down the Option key and click and drag to the right. Here I'm going to just give myself an indicator of the size, and you can already see that there's some guides going on here, some with spacing. So this first piece of text, the headline, is going to be 37, and I have an inspector over here, 37.9 pixels. And I want this to also be the same. So 37.9. And then for the primary text color, it's going to be the fill color, which you can see right here. I'm going to click on this chip, and it's going to show me the fill colors. It's going to be a dark gray color, which is 333333. And I'll just hit enter on that. And I'll do the same over here, just making it the same color. 333333. Hit enter. Okay, so that's the headline. And then I want to go down and I want to create the other ones. So I'm going to just copy both of these. I'm holding down the Option key or the Alt key on a PC. Click and drag straight down. And then now, from time to time, Adobe XD will throw these productivity tips at you. So I'm going to just close that one. And so my head, I'm going to select both these pieces of text. And for my subhead size, it's going to be 28.43. And I want to copy that down. And then the heading 1, that is going to be 21.33. And then the body text, if I copy this down, will be 16. You notice that I'm getting these indicators on the screen when I have perfect spacing. Right now I'm not interested in perfect spacing. I just want to get these values typed in here. So it's going to be my body text. And then below that I have some supporting text. And the supporting text is going to be 12 pixels. And then anything that's smaller than that, for like copyrights and things like that, is going to be 9 pixels. So I'll just put in right here, 9. Looks like this one didn't get changed. This one should be 12. Okay. And then I need to clean this up. So this is going to be my headline. And I'm double clicking here. This should be my subhead. And this should be my heading 1. This should be my body text. This will be what I'm calling, and you can call this whatever you want, but I'm calling this supporting text. And this will be my copyright. And then for my reference, and you don't have to do this, but I'm doing this so that I know, I want to put in the sizes and then the line height. And I'm going to do the same thing for this. And you'll see here 16/18. Usually it's like a 20% on the line height. That's usually what you want. And then this is 9/10 when it's really small. If we want to align all these things, we can align them. I can just select them all. And there's some align options here. I'm not going to do that right now. Don't need to do that. Next thing that I'm interested in is the text color. So I'm going to Option click and drag. And I just want to put in text color 1. There's going to be several text colors, so this first one you already know is this color. And then we're going to have some variations on that, so I'm just going to copy and paste this down a few times. And text color 2 be a little bit light of a lighter gray, and the hex value here is 707070. So then we want to select this text, and over here in the fill color, I'm going to make that 707070. And then this next color, color 3, it's going to be, looks like it's going to be really light gray, and the hex value is CC. I'm going to select that and make that this color. Okay, and then the last color will be our link color. And this color is our primary blue color, and the primary blue color is 00A DDC. Okay, so those are the text colors. And then we want to pull in all the app colors. So I'll make another section here for the actual app colors themselves. And then how are we going to do this? So I'm going to just draw boxes. So I'll draw one box. Now when I move my cursor around, you'll see that this little line follows me. So it's trying to align vertically with things from above, which is very, very handy. So I'm going to line it up with this text, and I'm going to click and drag. If I hold down the shift key, it's going to give me a perfect square. And then I'm going to release on that. Now every object that you draw comes with a border and a fill color. If you want to turn the border off, you can click the checkbox, or if you want to click the fill, if you want to turn the fill off, you can click the checkbox here. So this first color is going to be one of the dark variations of our blue, and that's one of the colors that we got from Adobe Color. So I'll click inside of the fill box here, and I'll just paste that in. And again, like I said before, I'm going to just turn off the border. Then I'll grab my move tool, option click and drag. I want to do this a few times, and you can see the spacing. So everything really lines up well inside of XD. I also have one more color down here on the bottom. Okay, so for the second color, this is going to be that primary color that we put in Adobe XD. And then we'll have some monochrome variations. So I'm copying this from Adobe XD, from the Adobe Color website off the screen. You can't see that. I love this other dark variation. And then another less dark color variation. And then finally that complementary color. This would be used for warnings and for errors maybe in the app. And there we have it. Now I just need to save. So in XD, if you go to File, Save or Save As, You can save it to a cloud document, and it's going to save it into your cloud folder. And I'm just going to call this type and color board. Actually, we want to call this fitness app because we're going to keep working on this. And then I'll go ahead and click save. Okay, so now to populate our theme with the colors and the character styles, I'm going to select all this text. And next to character styles, I'm going to click this plus button. And it's going to generate character styles for all of our fonts. And then for color, I'm going to select all of these color chips. And next to colors, I'm going to click on the plus symbol, and it's going to collect all of our colors. One last thing I just want to talk about, if I go over here and select a color chip, at the bottom of the fill panel, there's a plus button. So if you want to keep all of your colors inside of the color panel, you can click the plus button here, and this will continually add colors to the color system. So that's just an overview of how you get type and color into your document assets in Adobe XD, and just an overview of the actual tool and working with the tool. And we'll get more into the app as we go.